So good evening, everyone. Let me just check with our participants. I know pumapasok pa yung iba, but you can invite them over, especially for those na may kakilala kayo who are interested in entering the stock market. Okay? Now, if you can hear me fine po, or you can clearly see my deck, can you type in yes sa ating chat box so that I can also test yung aming chat box if gumagana po. Yan, kindly type in yes. Yun, maraming salamat, J. Ramey. We also have Sir Carl. Hi, Sir Ma'am. Hi, Miss Jasmine. We also have, ayun, Miss Angelica, Miss Anne. And so maraming salamat no for confirming that. Now to start, let me introduce myself. I am Isnair Drampatan, but you can call me Tara for short. I'm the Business Development and Market Education Associate from First Metro Securities, the stock brokerage house of the Metro Bank Group. Now, quick lang po na maybe recap from our team no to those who are actually new sa ating sessions right now. Our company First Metro Securities is dedicated to financial literacy and creating awareness of investment opportunities that empower individuals like us and also institutions to attain their financial goals. We envision it as the largest and most trusted Philippine investment solutions partner. So for tonight, masasolo ko kayo. I'm your actually your host and also your speaker for this session. So just like this event, we used to conduct yung mga Finlit sessions namin full on-site dati, no? But after the pandemic, we've been mixing or combining over yung mga webinars right now. And we cover yung basic to advanced level sessions. We are also regularly invited by the public and also academic institutions, yung mga colleges, universities natin, also yung mga private companies. So it's amazing how technology together with social media channels na rin that enable us to add value wherever we are located. Okay, so you can actually see here sa screen that we've covered basics, yung mga 101s natin with different investment vehicles and also some parts of our Fun Smart Learning series. Okay? You can also check out yung recorded sessions namin sa YouTube channel. Search lang po natin First Metrosec. You can actually check yung mga recently na mga webinars namin, even the past few weeks na hindi natin naabutan ng live. Okay? Ayan. So, quick background lang on terms of Finlit here in the Philippines. According to 2024 Inquirer report, only about 25% of Filipinos ang considered financially literate. No? Ibig sabihin, 1 out of 4 sa atin ang may sapat na kaalaman sa basic financial concepts tulad ng, for example, the budgeting, saving, and also debt management. Kaya naman mahalaga na mas pagtuunan natin ang pansin ng financial education para mas marami ang marunong mag-handle ng pera and makaiwas sa scams and mabaot sa utang. No? So, talking about scams, quick info lang po. Let's take a look at alarming number of online fraud incidents from 2019 to 2023. So in 2019, during the pandemic, there were 633 reported incidents, and the following year, that number rose to 869. And then fast forward to 2022, we saw a shocking increase to 7,208 incidents, no? And in 2023, it skyrocketed to an outstanding 14,030 incidents, so almost double from the year before. This data from a survey report from Statista highlights the growing trend of online fraud that we need to be aware of. No? So what are examples of online fraud incidents na na-mention? They include yung mga phishing scams where scammers trick you into providing yung personal information natin, identity theft, where someone uses your information without your consent, online shopping scams, no, where you pay for goods na hindi mo naman talaga siya in order or hindi mo siya binayaran pero nakapangalan sa inyo, and investment scams where fraudulent schemes promise high returns. No? So our company, First Metro Securities, we try to fill that gap by providing continuous financial and investment literacy sessions to Filipinos na hindi abot ng ganitong opportunity. So hopefully, for this session, no, marami tayong matutunan about stock market investing and how we can take advantage of it, no? So, for this one, if you do have questions along the way, kindly put it sa ating Q&A button so that we can answer it during the live portion naman po after my presentation. So, for this evening, no, I will be talking about the basics of stock market. Basically, stock market 101. No? We're going to talk about the following. Number one is where am I in the investor life cycle? Number two is we will understand how does the stock market work. Number three is we will know the advantages of investing regularly. And lastly is we also know how First Metro Securities can help you when it comes to stock market investing. So if you do have, again po, may questions pa tayo, feel free to put in sa ating Q&A of the Zoom panel. Okay? Yan. So first up, where am I in the investor life cycle? No? Nasaan ako sa cycle na ito? This actually, yung cycle na ito describes the different stages we go through as investors, no? So, nakakatulong malaman ang stage mo para makagawa ng tamang financial decision. So, sabayan niyo ako as we go to stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, start up with stage 1, meaning beginner pa lang, nagsisimula ka pa lang mag-invest, no? Before that, nag-aaral ka pa tungkol sa stocks. Ano nga ba yung stocks? Paano mag-event? And also, what are the ins and outs of that concept, no? So example, bago ka pa lang magbukas ng investment account or trading account, nanonood ka na ng mga webinars just like this one. Or for example, you start learning by the book or you seek a help from a certain professional. Okay? Now, stage number 2, tawag natin dito is accumulator. Meaning, aktibong nag-i-invest para palaguin ang iyong pera. Nakafocus ka sa growth and also pagbuo ng iyong first na portfolio. No? So example, nagsaset aside ka na ng portion of your income or sweldo para bumili ng stocks regularly. Okay? Now, moving on to consolidator, meaning this type of stage, ina-evaluate mo na and inaayos na ang inyong investment strategy, binabalance mo na yung risk and also return para sigurado na tama yung strategy, effective pa ba siya or kailangan ko na siyang i-tweak, no? So, example dito, you can put in different investment vehicles in your portfolio. Pwede natin bawasan yung exposure mo sa certain sectors of the investments na naka-expose ka in terms of stocks, no? Now, stage number 4, preserver, meaning you are protecting. Also, pinapalago natin yung naipundar natin na pera. Naghahanap ka ng mga low-risk investments para sigurado na steady yung income na nakukuha mo. Example is you might want to try to invest in safer options. For example, ng bonds or other less risky or nasa low risk yung kanyang exposure. Now, for the stage 5, spender ka, meaning ginagamit mo yung returns from your investments, for example, for your retirement or some of your life goals. No? So nakafocus ka sa sustainable withdrawal and legacy planning. So example, in-enjoy mo yung returns mo, like for example, you want to buy some things na pang-improve sa bahay mo or you want to buy um, a house na talaga or save some portion para sa yung kids or sa yung mga grandchildren, no? Now, as a reflection, let me ask our attendees here, no? Saan ka dito na stage? Are you stage 1, beginner ka, stage 2, accumulator, stage 3, consolidator, stage 4, preserver, and stage 5, spender? Can you type in sa ating chat box? Okay. Oh, so most of you actually answered NASA stages number 2 accumulator. Most of you said number 2. And then we have sumusunod yung beginner stage 1. And then some of you answered actually persevere din. So wala pa dito yung stage 5 spender. may mga sumasagot din na stage 0, no? So, this is just a starting point for them. So, it's a good step actually, no? Ayan. So, maraming salamat, guys. So, dapat alam natin, again, no, dapat alam natin yung stage during this cycle para alam natin yung next na strategy or gagawa pa tayong strategy for our journey kapag mag-invest natin sa stock market. Okay, so I hope we get a better idea kung saan tayo. Mas madali natin maunawaan kung anong hakbang ang susunod na gagawin natin. Isa sa mga importanteng part ng pag-invest, lalo na kung long-term po yung goal natin, ay ang stock market. Okay, so kahit anong stage ka man, nagsisimula ka pa lang or for example, you're growing your wealth na, mahalaga na ang establish natin yung basics of getting to know the stock market. Okay, so sa susunod na slides, pag-uusapan natin ang fundamentals ng stock market here in the Philippines and kung paano natin magagamit ang knowledge na ito para makagawa ng smart investment decision. So tandaan, ang long-term investing ay isang journey at tamang kalaman ang magiging guide mo sa pag-abot ng iyong financial goals. Okay? Now, let's discuss the basic concepts of stock market investing, no? Yung term na stock represents part ownership in a publicly listed company. So it's like owning a business pero hindi ikaw yung nagmamanage, hindi ikaw yung nagra-run ng business na yan. So the term stocks and also equities are often interchangeably since they are synonymous. Individuals like us and also institutions own stocks of these publicly listed companies with the expectation na tataas yung growth, tataas yung presyo ng mga stocks na ito, and earn dividend income. No? So, this also, yung mga stocks natin can be bought and also sold in stock exchanges. Now, due to the short-term volatility of stocks, it will be best to use investable funds and have a long-term perspective. Okay, so always remember, as an investor, we are putting our money on the principal drivers of the economy. Okay, now one of the most frequently asked questions of would-be investors is, why do companies issue stocks, no? They issue stocks to raise capital from public investors like us to fund business operations such as, for example, they want to fund yung expansion of their facilities, number of stores, pwede nila dagdagan yung kanilang mga branches, entering new markets. Maybe if they would like to introduce new product to the market, they might also need enough funding for that venture, no? So companies might also need more funds to pay off some of their debts or utang. Okay, so similar to taking a slice of pizza, di ba kapag bumibili tayo ng pizza, pinapakat natin how many cuts para pagdating natin sa bahay is share natin or pwede natin set aside yung ibang portion. So, private companies take a portion of their business, no, and divide it into a number of stocks. And then they offer this to the public at a certain price per stock. For example, si company A, yung stock niya is around 50 pesos per share. So when the company does this for the first time, we call this the initial public offering or IPO. Okay, so companies prefer to issue stocks if they're able to raise that capital, more money, than borrowing money. So in doing so, they won't have to pay yung interest and also return the principal kapag, di ba, syempre kapag mangungutang ka, kailangan pa bayaran yung interest and then ibabalik po pa yung original amount na binaro mo after the maturity. So, mas good option yung mag-raise ng capital through the IPO or through the stocks. Now, the trade-off is that they have to share a piece of the company and abide with the financial and legal regulations of SEC. Now, the other regulatory bodies of stocks are the PSE, Philippine Stock Exchange, PSE, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission. We have the BSP, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, and Bureau of Internal Revenue. Now, siguro, kwan lang ito, more information about the IPO. is that in 2024, the PSE recorded only 3 listings of the projected 6. So the companies that went public last year were Citicore Renewable Energy. So if you're familiar with the company, next up is we have NextGen Energy Corp and Oceana Gold Philippines, no? So sabi natin sa initial public offering or IPO, ang stock ay magiging publicly listed na sa PSE or the Philippine Stock Exchange. Papasok naman po dito yung secondary market kung saan binubuo ng buyers and also sellers ng mga stocks. Now, yung bumili po, yung mga individuals po na bumili ng stocks during the IPO, pwede na nila ibenta yung kanilang mga stocks sa presyo na gusto nila. So, tawag natin dito ay ask price. Now, yun namang gustong bumili or interesado na mag-buy ng stocks, no? Pwede sila mag-bid para sa mga stocks na gusto nilang bilhin. Tawag natin dito ay bid price, no? So, as a licensed trading participant in the Philippine Stock Exchange, the role of First Metro Securities is to make it easy for our clients to buy and sell stocks using our online trading platform. And we also have the mobile version, which is the First Metrosec Go mobile app. And also, another key factor in stock market investing is you have to be familiar with the trading schedule. So, hindi natin dapat i-memorize. We have to be familiar lang, no? As we go on with stock market investing, magiging eventually ma-memorize mo din siya, no, yung schedule. So, here is a regular trading hour from PSE, no? The market pre-opens at 9 a.m. You can post orders until it opens 9:30 a.m. fully, but modifications and cancellations are only allowed naman po 9:15. So, when the morning session starts, orders are continuously accepted and automatically matched based on the best market price available at that time. No? So, these are the transactions you see in the ticker tape. So, yung ticker tape po, if hindi kayo familiar, I will discuss it further in the next slide. So, to continue with the trading schedule, when the morning trading session continues until the market takes a recess from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. During this period, orders cannot be entered, modified, or canceled. And during the afternoon session resumes at 1 p.m. and the trading continues up until the market pre-opened, pre-closes po from 2:45 p.m. to 2:50 p.m. So orders can be entered, but modifications and cancellations are only allowed until 2:48 p.m. So, the market then enters yung tinatawag natin the run-off period at 2:50 p.m. Only limit orders at closing prices can't be entered until the market fully closes at 3 p.m. Okay, so again, no need to memorize, but you have to be familiarized with the schedule, especially if we want to buy or sell some of our stocks. Okay? Ayan, so once you open your stock brokerage account, or for example, nanood tayo ng isang movie about stock market, and then usually may makikita tayong one a good example, if you can see that on the screen, yung nasa baba, yung parang strip, usually gumagalaw yan siya. It shows some information about the market, no? So for this one, you will see what is called the ticker tape. It displays the information on the traded stocks, no? So you can actually see 3 basic information of the stock transaction here. So for example, first, your appreciation, I've here yung example. So for example, you can see my MBT, may 66.00, meron tayong 1,360. So ano ibig sabihin ng symbols and numbers na ito? So first is the stock symbol ng stock tulad ng MBT kung saan ay short term para sa Metropolitan Bank at Trust Company. Second one is the stock price kung saan magkasundo yung buyers and sellers of that stock. Third is ang overall bilang or total number of that shares. Now, to summarize, no, the information says here in the ticker tape that there is 1,360 shares of Metrobank was traded at 66 pesos per share. Okay? Now, To help you practice, here is a very short pop quiz lang about ticker tape. Check natin if naintindihan natin, no? I have prepared some sample ticker tapes here with details. Yan. So, sorry, medyo blurred ng konti. I think it's medyo slow yung aking internet on my side, no? So, first question, at what price did ICT trade? Can you type in sa chat box? Okay, at what price did ICT trade? Okay, so the correct answer for this one is 197.80. Okay, ayan. Tama sila Sir Marcos, sila Miss sila Sir Carl, Jazzy, Miss Hannah as well, Jaira May, and sila Sir Josh, no? Moving on to question number 2. How many shares of MREIT was traded at 13.90 pesos? Yan, medyo mabilis yung mga attendees natin, no? Okay. Okay. Tama kayo, guys, no? The correct answer is 1,000. So, first one who got the correct answer is we have Halita, followed by O'Neill, and also, yes, the rest of you got the correct answer as well. So, last question is what stock traded at 1.46 pesos? Okay. Yes, tama po. From Ochi, SP Neck. Okay, so ayan, congrats po. Tama po yung ating answers, no? So after learning that, this begs the question, what is the minimum number of shares that you can buy? Okay? This brings me to the discussion of board lot. Okay, so this is the minimum number of shares that you can buy for a specific price range, no? So dito rin natin malalaman kung magkano nga ba yung kakailanganin para mag-invest sa stock ng isang specific na company. Okay, so for better appreciation, let's look at these examples with closing prices actually as of today, November 13. First is Pure Gold. Price niya traded at 41 pesos. So it's between 5 to 49.95 pesos price range already. And the minimum number of shares that can be traded are 100 and increments thereof. So in this case, you need around 4,100 pesos to invest in Pure Gold. Okay. Moving on to SM. So SM Investments traded at 690 pesos. So it's between 50 to 999.5 pesos price range already. And the minimum number of shares that can be traded are 10 and increments thereof. So in case for SM, you need around 6,900 pesos to start investing in SM. Lastly is we have PLDT traded at 1,278 pesos. So it's already greater than 1,000 pesos. And the minimum number of shares that can be traded are 5 and increments thereof. So in this case, you need around 6,400 pesos to start investing in PLDT. So as you can observe, no, as the price increases, kapag tumataas po yung stock price niya, the minimum number of shares required decreases, bumababa. So you also don't need a lot of money in order to start investing. Okay? Now, let's talk about the simple ways to make money from stocks without any complicated stuff. No? First one, I think siguro narinig nyo kahit saan is to buy cheap and sell high. Imagine, for example, grocery, no? You grab stocks that are naka-sale, may mga nasa mura na side, and then sell it when the price goes up. No? So, at the same time, some companies share profits. You get paid regularly. So it's like little bonus for supporting them. At the same time, you grow your money faster by reinvesting. Instead of cashing out, you buy more stock. So it's like planting more money trees. Now, if paid out regularly by stable companies, yung dividends natin can be a good source of income. So, small disclaimer, some companies have a dividend policy with which indicates po yung percentage of the net income to be given as dividend. So there are actually hundreds of publicly listed companies sa local stock market that we can choose from, but what are the type of stocks? Okay. First up is we have the preferred stocks. They pay fixed dividends based on their issue price. Usually, their dividend yields are higher than what you can get from the common stocks, no? They also have the potential to increase in price because they are traded in the secondary market. Now, for better appreciation, let's look at Ayala Corporation's Class B Series 3 preferred stock with a ticker symbol ACPB3. Its issue price during the time is 2,000 pesos. Now, with a trailing 12 months yield of 6.10%, as of November 13, the last price is still at 1,985 pesos. Okay? Now, moving on to the common stocks, unlike the preferred stocks, they actually medyo nagva-variable or nagva-vary yung vary and also depend on the company's profitability and the decision of the board of directors, no? Please note that some companies do not give dividends, but if you want stable dividend, you can get them from preferred shares. But if you're aiming for long-term gains naman po, common stocks have a bigger potential. So for example, Globe Telecom closed at 1,648 pesos as of November 13. Trailing 12 months, it gave around 100 pesos dividends per share. If the company will give, for example, same dividends in the next 12 months, you bought it at siguro at the same price. Right now, yung kanyang trailing 12 months dividend will be 6.07%. So again, please note some companies do not give dividends. Now, to see those characteristics in action, let's look at Meralco's historical performance from 2017 up to the present. So you can clearly see here that its price fluctuates, no, due to the supply and demand market forces. So there are periods that where it trends higher. You can profit here if nabili mo siya ng mas mura and then you want to sell high kapag ngayon mataas na yung presyo niya. That's how you make money in investing. There are also periods that it trends lower. Okay, so you can avoid the stock during this time or you can take advantage. For example, you buy it a low ngayon and then you got that outlook na maybe in the next few months, next few years is meron pa siyang upside. Pwede din ganun. So despite the price fluctuations, Meralco has given dividends throughout the years. Okay, third one is we have the real estate investment trust, no? So let's start by first understanding what real estate investment trust companies are, no? So REITs are companies that are duly registered with the SEC and also publicly listed and traded pa rin sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Now, REITs basically exist to own revenue generating real estate assets, okay? Now, a REIT company's revenue generating real estate assets can be, for example, rental offices spaces, we have commercial centers, hotels, resorts, and even energy producing projects. No? So through the REIT company's fund and property managers, a REIT company collects revenue and is required by the REIT law, RA 9856, to distribute 90% of its annual distributable income to its shareholder. Okay, so because of this very unique na feature, REITs can be a good source of passive dividend income for your diversified investment portfolio. Okay, now for example, we have here a REIT traded at 43.30 pesos, no? Yung IPO price niya pa is 27. So right now, as of November 13, with trailing 12 months dividend yield of around 5.38%. Okay? Now, for common shareholders of REIT companies, that means that there is an opportunity to earn via stream of dividends and also the capital appreciation. So over time, a REIT company's dividends per share and also share price may grow as a result of more revenue generating real estate assets being injected or deposited to its portfolio. And also, yearly rent escalation stipulations that may be included in the lease contracts it has with the tenants. Thus, in REITs, new investors natin have an attractive income generating security with a long-term growth potential. Okay? So when it comes to historical performance of a REIT, for example, from IPO to up to the present, you can clearly see here, may fluctuations pa rin, no? There are periods that it trends higher, it trends lower. So currently, it's consolidating between a sideways trading range, no? So despite the price fluctuations, a REIT has given dividends quarterly since 2020. Okay, so they're also increasing year on year. If mapapansin natin, year 2024, AREIT gave 2.25 pesos in dividends and much higher than 2023. Okay? Now, including REITs, no, we have a couple of hundred of stocks to choose from, medyo madami. In order to get the general sentiment of the market, the Philippine Stock Exchange periodically selects 30 best, no, the stocks to be part of the composite index. This is like, for example, barometer or benchmark of the Philippine stock market's overall performance. So these are the components of the index. Now, the PSE also conducts a semi-annual review of the index components based on their respective, for example, liquidity, free float level, full market capitalization, among others. But based from these metrics, they can increase or decrease the individual weights of these stocks and delete and also add. So again, what you can see here ngayon sa composite index, it may be not the same for the next months, no? Because may fina-follow po and also may semi-annual review po ang PSEI. Okay, so maybe some of the stocks hindi pasok doon na metric. So may mga stocks na madadagdag, meron ding stocks na matatanggal. Okay? Now, index stocks are also called the blue chip stocks. As you might have already observed, they share actually following qualities that we're very familiar. They have, for example, good brand recall. So, for example, yung logo pa lang ni Jollibee, no? Sa isang glance mo pa lang, you're very familiar of that industry na Jollibee galing sa food industry. So, same with others. So, they also have a good demand for their products and services. You're probably even, for example, they're avid customer or client already. Baka ginagamit nyo yung shampoo, yung sabon, maybe some of the yung inumin na inu-inom natin, anong mga companies yon. So, consequently, they have gained enough traction and captured a dominant market share in their respective industries. They also have been historically proven to weather economic downturns because of their strong balance sheets, no? Their financial stability will enable them to survive unfavorable conditions, no? So this level of stability can further help them maintain their long-term growth prospects and share a portion of their profits with investors through yung dividends. Okay? Now, out of all our options, no, how do we choose good stocks to buy? Ano nga ba yung dapat natin tandaan, no, when we choose some of the stocks? So if you're a long-term investor who can accept moderate risk and also short-term losses for potentially higher returns over time, you may research on companies by looking at their financial statements, balance sheets to pick stocks individually using the top-down approach. So first is, for example, we study the economic condition of the country. So asa na ba yung Philippines ngayon? Second is we select industries that could grow in such environment. Lastly is we analyze companies under industry that has the best potential to appreciate in price with a good margin of safety. Okay, so let's start off very quick lang. I know gusto ko i-trim ng konti yung some of the information para hindi tayo overload because there is actually a dedicated series for medyo medium to advanced level when it comes to stock market investing. So after this, actually, I will recommend you some of the sessions that you might want to look at after finishing off the stock market 101. Okay? Ayan. So, Economic analysis, no, investors look at the country's overall economic outlook first to gauge the viability of investment growth. Here are some economic indicators that are closely followed. So for example, maybe I'll mention dito some of the familiar ones that you can see actually sa mga news right now. The GDP broadly measures the overall production of a country, and investors are most interested in its growth over a certain period. Okay? Next then is the a robust economy or country needs a strong labor force to keep it running. So investors are also looking at yung employment and unemployment levels. Okay? At the same time, yung mga usually narinig natin sa mga banks right now, in order to maintain healthy inflation levels, central banks manage their country's interest rates to help sustain economic growth. Okay? Now, hindi din natin maiiwasan, no? In life, sometimes take us by surprise and throw us curveballs in the form of black swan events. We must actually be nimble enough to swerve them and avoid big losses. However, it should present opportunity. We must also be confident enough to hit them for a home run. For one good example for this one is the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so after looking at the overall economic condition, investors dig deeper by looking into industries and sectors that can potentially grow faster. No? So investors would want to position themselves in those who would benefit the most and lighten their positions in those who will not. Okay, so moving on to the industry analysis, no? So for this one, investors classify industries or sectors according to their sensitivity to the different stages of business and economic cycles. So for example, cyclical industries are naturally dependent on them and tends to perform better during cycle upturns. No? For example, real estate, financials, and consumer discretionary. Now, unlike for defensive industries naman, have relatively stable demand for its products and services and is largely unaffected by different stages of the business and economic cycle. For example, utilities, kailangan din natin talaga ng light and water. Example, healthcare, di naman tayo talaga super healthy. At some point, we go to hospitals to have our body check, or for example, annual check man lang. And also consumer staples, no? So, napapansin din natin yung difference between cyclical and also defensive when it comes to demand as well. Now, finally, investors analyze the companies under those industries with growth potential. So, here are the essential factors to look into. For example, first, no, is to know the company's business model, understand kung paano kumikita yung company na ito, the cost, yung pricing nila, as most professionals would say, never invest in something that you do not understand, no? Next is get to know the management. So it's good to know their background, ano, saan ba sila uh, saan ba sila before gi-manage nila tong company A na ito, their reputation right now, are they good business owners as they will be running and also directing the business. Then it pays to look at the company's valuation. This will help you determine what are the good and also bad stocks among peers, no, using valuation metrics such as price to earnings. Usually nakikita natin right now when we evaluate some of the stocks, price to book, dividend yield. So it's also good to know how the company performed in the recent years, no, trend of the company's revenues, tumataas ba siya over time, production costs, and also the net income. So lastly, we should know the company's growth prospects. Ano bang plano nila for the next years, key strategies, how will the company will benefit from economic and industry events. So in our quest to actually find opportunities to earn in stocks while handling our responsibilities in life, how can First Metro Securities can help? So our company, we try to really help and also guide our investors. So our research team regularly publishes reports in our platform that caters to different kinds of investor. Okay, so All are available naman po 24/7 and for free to all our First Metro Securities existing clients. So if you're a long-term investor and also you want to individually pick stocks using the top-down approach na mention ko, you will love actually one good example is the company research report, no? This report tells you ano bang bago diyan na company, the outlook, recommendation, yung target price ng company na yan in the next 12 months for that stock. So in this example, actually right now, recently, meron tayo from BPI, SBC, Ayala, we also have URC, RL Commercial REIT, no? So you can actually check that out. So there are also individual reports published for each stock within the coverage of First Metro Securities Research, which are accessible naman po via our platform. Now, the key to outperformance will be patience, selectivity, and also nimble portfolio management. Now, if you plan to invest long-term in the stock market, here is how it fluctuated and performed. No, there are years that the stock market is positive, sometimes negative, or little to no change at all. Historically, from 1987 to 2021, there were more years that the market gave positive returns, and the total growth rate was around 775.9%, while the compound annual growth rate of PSEI is around 6.59%. So what if, for example, you are not confident in picking the stocks, no, but you're confident the Philippine stock market will continue to grow over the long term. For example, medyo busy yung lifestyle natin and we don't have time to monitor your stock portfolio. If you can tolerate short-term fluctuations, you might consider just to track the performance of the PSEI by investing regularly. So instead of actually buying each of the 30 PSEI stocks and monitoring them individually, kasi medyo marami yung 30 stocks na na-mention, you can simply buy the First Metro Philippine Equity Exchange Traded Fund or FMETF. FMETF is like a mutual fund that tracks the performance of PSEI, pero traded siya as a stock in the PSE exchange, no? So as of November 13, it was trading around 95 pesos per share. So you only need around 952.81 pesos. That's actually less than 1,000 no, to start investing in FMETF. Okay? Ayan. So as we approach the end of my session, no, in summary, we learned that stock market investing is owning a piece of publicly listed businesses. Companies issue stocks to raise capital for various projects. Now, as a shareholder of a business, we can earn through price appreciation, dividends, and also by investing in the stocks. We also learn how to use the top-down approach to choose good stocks to buy. And also lastly, we can trade with confidence with the help of First Metro Sec research reports. But actually, before I move on to the Q&A, I saw some questions now already. Maybe I can share some of the opportunities I can share with you on behalf naman po of First Metro Securities. Now, should you decide to invest in the future, we'd like to let you know, First Metro Securities, kailangan nyo lang po ng one account for all your investment needs. We are very multi-asset naman po. You can have access sa stocks, funds, mutual funds, ETF, and also REITs. So at the same time, yung portfolio natin, we can actually use it using our desktop, laptop, tablets, and even your mobile phones. And also at the same time, for those who don't have an account with us, pero interested to start one, you can open an account through our website. That's www.firstmetrosec.com.ph or through our mobile application. That's First Metrosec Go mobile app from Google Play or Apple App Store, kung saan po yung preferred device natin. And click sign up now. All our processing naman po is all online. So complete lang po natin yung online registration form and upload the required documents. Okay, now for faster processing of your account opening application, please do use the seminar code Stock Market 101 para alam po namin that you came from this webinar. Okay? And also for those who want to invite us as your guest speakers for a certain event, for example, for customized and also gamified education programs exclusively designed for your company or school, mga caravan, usually we do cater that stuff. Organizations simply send us a formal invite at marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph or scan the QR code for quicker submission of that request form. Pwede din natin i-screenshot for future reference. Also, every award is a tribute to the trust that our clients place in us, and for that, we are deeply grateful. First Metro Securities, along with its employees, is profoundly thankful for this recognition as a broker and for our actually our trading platform as well. These awards are yours, our valued clients. Now, for those who are interested to get to know First Metro Securities more, you want to check yung mga activities namin, future webinars, yung mga some of our market updates, you can actually follow us on all major social media channels that we have. Just search lang po at First Metro Sec. We are very active sa Facebook and Viber communities. We also have official pages sa FB, recorded sessions sa aming YouTube, and audible version sa aming Spotify podcast channel. And for those existing clients namin, if you have problems with access concerns or for example, any inquiries that you might have, kindly email customer service at firstmetrosec.com.ph para ma-assist po namin kayo. Also, I'd like to plug na lang one more. Actually, our November calendar, we still have more free sessions on the coming dates. We are actually finished with the first three. Next up would be we have November 18, Rest in Peace, more about handling investments after death. November 19, Stock Chat. You can ask anything about related to stocks, no? And also November 20, one of our FundSmart partners with Sun Life, Income Vesting approaching a prosperous new year. If you are interested to join these webinars, no, kindly register na lang po through bit.ly/November 2K25, or you can go sa aming website, click lang po natin Market Education. You can actually see there yung aming calendar events. Lastly, for this one, for those na nag-aabang sa next schedule ng gift, we have November 17, 19, and 21, 24, 26, and 28. This is for those who want to step up their knowledge when it comes to stock market investing. Medyo advanced sessions na siya. And this is also conducted by Sir Aaron Sai, our market education consultant. So again, you can go through this bit.ly/November 2K25 to actually learn more, and also if you want to register through the gift naman po na courses. Now it's time for our Q&A. I think we still have time pa naman. So please write your questions in this in the designated Q&A section of the platform, and we'll try to address as many as we can during the allowable time naman po. For those na hindi pa namin makater because of the time limits, we can actually, ayan, so nag-post po yung aming moderator for the gift learning series. For the specific link that you want to go kapag mag-register po tayo, that's bit.ly/FMS-gift ADV 1125. So actually, nandito siya sa ating chat box. You can actually click yung link para mas dali po kayo ma-direct po yung registration. Okay. So also one question, I'll go through the questions right now. How do I withdraw my earnings? So after po natin ma-sell, or for example, some of the money is nasa buying power natin, just have to go sa account po, that is upper right portion of the platform. So once you click account, nandito po sa left side, meron pong withdrawals, and then click lang po natin withdrawal request. And then from there, drag down lang po natin konti. You can put portion of your money, pwede din po full na amount yung i-withdraw natin. And then after that is meron po tayong security feature. Lagay lang po natin yung ating password and then click send. Okay? Pwede po ba isang stock lang ng PLDT ang bin o dapat five? When the market actually opens, meron po tayong fina-follow yung board lot. So for that specific price ng PLDT, minimum po of five na stocks yun dapat bilhin. Okay. For the fees naman po, I'll show you fees and charges for the buy and sell of stocks. I'll share it to you. Now, for the purchase naman, we have what we call yung mga value-added tax. That's 12% of the commission. We also have yung PSE transaction fee plus the VAT. That's a 0.05% of the gross trade value plus 12%. We also have the clearing, no, yung charges ng SCCP. We have 0.01% of the gross traded value. So usually the fees and charges before nyo po mabuy or sell ang isang certain na stock, meron po siyang breakdown sa gilid. So that well-informed po yung clients natin before you make that decision. How to fund that account? Pwede po through various options. One example, through bills payment, over the counter, pwede din po using your credit card. So if you want, for example, you're using a specific bank account, may mga steps po actually tayo sa ating First Metrosec website. Once you go to our website, click lang po natin is to fund your account para makita po natin yung options that you might want to choose depende kung ano yung mas convenient po sa inyo. So, some examples po, bills payment, over-the-counter, bank transfer, and also through e-wallets pwede din po. Is there a schedule of when stocks pay dividends? Meron naman pong, usually if you are a investor of that specific stock, if hindi po tayo familiar with the schedule, usually makaka-receive din tayo ng notice that you're entitled for a specific dividend before pa siya mababayad sa inyo. At the same time, if you want to know kung kailan nga ba, usually may mga dividend policy naman po ang each of the stock. How do we receive the stock dividends? Is it added to our cash or will go to nominated bank account? So for this one, once you receive the dividends, diretso po siya sa buying power natin. So hindi pa po diretso sa bank. So if ever magwi-withdraw na tayo from our buying power, dun pa po siya matatransfer to your settlement bank account. Do I need a dollar account if I want to invest in dollar denominated? Yes po. So for example, if you have existing na peso, you need to open po another na account pero dollar po siya na account po. Okay. So do we have to pay taxes manually? Actually, after nung yung sa sales transaction tax natin, it reduced from 0.6% to 0.1% effective July 1, 2025. This is when we sell no stocks. This is actually connected po sa Republic Act number 12214, otherwise known as CIMEPA. Effective po September 4, 2025. But if you want to know more, for example, the fees and specific charges, I recommend you go to our First Metro Securities Help Center. Doon po nakikita natin yung full na charges when we buy and also sell po stocks. Even, for example, different investment vehicles like mga bonds or kapag matatransfer tayo ng one broker to another. But at least, guided po tayo eventually for those na at least wala pa pong account with us. My account po is locked, sent an email to customer service asking po ng time frame. Usually within 2 to 3 days po, once your email po is acknowledged naman po by our CS. So again po, customer service at firstmetrosec.com.ph. Pwede po bang mag-open sa laptop ng First Metrosec apps bukod po sa CP? Actually, for that one, sir, we recommend you to open using po our website. That's www.firstmetrosec.com.ph to open. And actually, for the mobile app, we recommend you to open that one once meron na po tayong account. Pwede din po mag-open through the mobile if wala po tayong access with laptop or tablets. Pwede din po. I'll answer siguro one more. Is there a possibility for first methods processing of withdrawal payments will be real time since interconnected with the Metrobank account? So usually, sir, with for example, settlement bank natin is Metrobank since we are in the same Metrobank group, mas faster po yung settlement niya. Especially if na-place po tayo ng withdrawal request before the cut-off. So for example, if other banks as well, add lang po tayo ng mga 2 to 5 days for the processing of settlement. What is the better to invest? I think this last question na lang po. Individual stock or mutual fund. So for this one, sir, we cannot actually recommend. Directly, for example, like this one, like chat lang po, we advise actually to seek a professional para at least alam natin we want to identify what type investor you are, ano po yung risk level natin, kung kaya po natin yung individual stock, kung saan nasa aggressive po yung kanyang risk, or mutual funds, kung saan meron din po siyang types of mutual fund na pwede din po sa low risk to medium to aggressive po na risk profiles. And at the same time, we identify po ano yung goal natin for investing. And that's when a time, pwede po tayo mag-choose between the stock and the mutual funds or pwede din natin i-balance yung two. Okay? Ayan. So, actually, there are few more that I cannot answer, but we are nearing on our time. That sums up actually our webinar. Maraming salamat po sa iyong questions. We'll take note of your questions, no? Medyo specific yung iba, but we'll take note of that. And also to our attendees naman po, small favor from us. We also value your feedback. You can share your thoughts and also experiences with us by scanning the QR code and also answering our feedback form. Your input is essential in helping us improve our services and better meet your needs. We appreciate your contribution and look forward to implementing positive changes based on your valuable feedback. While you are answering the feedback survey and to formally close this session, I hope ma-maximize natin yung ating finances, lalo na if para ito sa ating personal growth in managing our finances and nag-enjoy rin tayo. No? So, actually, we do see yung mga feedback ninyo. So, maybe if you have specific topics that you want us to discuss related to stock market investing, you can put here sa ating feedback survey para makikita din po namin. Okay? So, there you have it. Thank you also to everyone who attended this afternoon. We sincerely hope that you have learned a lot, no, when it comes to stock market investing. And also that these insights and lessons will make your investment journey not just more profitable, but also more enjoyable. We hope to see you again in our future learning events because over here at First Metro Securities, we put your future first. Have a great day, everyone. Keep safe po. This has been Tara, your host, speaker, and also we have Hazel, our chat moderator here. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye.